Hello friends, this is Nirmal here for Technique, and in this video we're going to share some of the tips and tricks you can do on the Honor 5X. So the Honor 5X comes with Android 5.1 Lollipop along with the custom EMUI 3.1. So the EMUI is a heavily screened UI with lots of additional features and functions along with theme support which is not found on the stock Android. So let's see some of the tips and tricks you can do on this device. So first up, let's see the notification area. So the notification area has notifications and the quick toggles. So if you see, there are quite a lot of quick toggles available. Only 9 of them are visible when you swipe it down, but if you just scroll, you can see a lot of other toggles are available, just like flashlight. You have shifting keyboard, a floating dock, ultra battery, multi-screen, dual window, and lots of other options are there. So we'll just analyze each of these options. So first and interesting one is the shifting keyboard. So what it does is, since the device has a 5.5-inch display, not all users might be happy typing on typing on this device with both hands. So a lot of users might be interested in using one-handed keyboard. So this is what happens. So if you just type here, click a new message, and you can see the keyboard is available on one side. So this means you can use one-handed typing, and if you want to use the right hand, you can just shift it around. So this is how the one-handed keyboard works, and this is the shifting keyboard. So you can enable it from there. Then you have the floating dock. So what it does is it'll provide a floating option. You can see you can go back, you can go to home screen, you can lock, you can clear apps. So few options are included here. So this is the floating dock available. So you can enable it from here. Then next up we have the ultra battery saving mode. That's self-explanatory. Then we have the multi-screen. So what it does is, multi-screen, you can project this display from your phone to another screen via Wi-Fi. So that's the option available. So you can just search for other devices which are available nearby and connect to them. So next up we have this dual window. So dual window, we'll come back to this later. So we'll just show you that option in detail. So here we also have an edit button. So when you click edit, you get all the toggles in one page, and here you can rearrange them. So basically, as I said before, only 9 of the toggles are available. So if you say, for example, if you don't want a flashlight to appear here and you want shifting keyboard to appear here, so what it does, just press and hold and then drag and change the shifting keyboard to the top position, and you can just save this. Now you can see here the first 9 shifting keyboard is available. So that's how you edit the toggles available. Now let's go to the home screen. So home screen, if you just pinch to zoom, so you can just see just like this, you can just zoom out. So what happens is, you just get additional options like wallpapers, widgets, transition, and more settings. Transitions, we have lots of transitions included. So you can just select which is transition needed for when you switch between home pages. So that's the transition effects. And if you go to the more settings, you can see home screen layout. You can have 4x4 or 4x5, the icons arrangement. Then you can auto align and fill vacancy when you remove an application. What it does is, when you remove an application or uninstall it, there's a vacant space on the home screen or the other screen. So what it does is, auto align means it will automatically fill that vacant space. Then there is shake to rearrange home screen. That is another useful option. Then badge app icons and home screen loop. That means it will loop around the home screen after the end of the last screen. So these are the options. Now let's go to the settings. So under settings, we have again some useful options. You can see home screen style. So here we have 2 home screens. One is the standard and second is a simple layout. So simple layout is quite useful for elderly people, which has only some basic options like dialer, contacts, music, gallery, camera, and messaging. So these are arranged in bigger size icons, making it easy for elderly people to use the device. So that's the home screen layout. Then if you go to the display, we have this color temperature. You can change the color temperature. You can make it colder or warmer, or select the default one. Then there is option to change the font size and also font style. So if you have downloaded fonts, we'll come back to that option later. You can also download fonts. So if you have downloaded fonts, you can just change it from here. Then we have this indicator light and other options. You can also display network speed in the notification panel. So that's the status bar. So that's the options available. Next up, if you go to the storage, we have this default storage options, and at the bottom you can see default storage location, which is internal storage by default. If you want apps to be installed in the SD card, you can just select SD card as the default storage location, and then click save. So that will make the default storage location. Then you have the storage cleaner. You can see these options. You can see large files, app package cleaner, and lots of other options. So we'll again show you in detail these options. So this is available in another app available in the phones that will come back later. Then power saving modes, we have different power saving modes: ultra smart, normal power saving modes. So if you want ultra power saving mode, you can see this gets you 15 hours of battery life. The normal one is almost 1/3 of it, just 6 hours. So that's the option available. Then scroll down and you can see some of the useful options. You can see notification sender. For each app we can select the priority of display, the status bar, and the lock screen. So these can be set for each of the apps available, and you can customize the notification access to these apps. Then if you go to the fingerprint ID, we have this option to add fingerprint. So we have already talked about that in detail. Now there is another option here. You can use the fingerprint to go to touch and hold. So these are two options. If you touch the fingerprint, you can enable the back button. So just here we'll just show you. If you have enabled it, and if you just tap it, you can just see it'll go back. So that's how it works. So that's one option. Then similarly we have back to home, take a photo, answer a call, stop an alarm. You can see recent apps can be also taken with control and slide. So we just here slide up on the fingerprint to show the recent apps. So we'll just show you this. So you can see here, without touching any other option, using the fingerprint, I just enabled a recent apps list. So that's the option. So this can be done with a fingerprint. So that's very useful if you're using fingerprints to unlock the device. You can also use fingerprints to access recent apps or use the back button. So these are some of the options using the fingerprint. Now if you come down, now there is smart assistants. We have motion control, so flip to mute, shake to rearrange, double tap to wake, and draw letters. So these are available in quite a lot of devices. So we are not going into detail. It's self-explanatory. Flip to mute, you just flip the phone to mute, shake to rearrange, then double touch to turn on the screen, and draw a letter to open an application. So you can see here camera, for C for camera, E for browser, M for music, W for weather. So this can be configured from here. Then we have this navigation bar. So this is on-screen navigation buttons available, so you can customize them. So a lot of options are there. 6 of them are available. You can have back buttons, and recent task key can be switched. You can also have open notification panel. You can lock, you can add locking. So all these can be configured from here. There are 6 options available. So based on how you prefer, you can see here, if I change here, you can just come down. You can see I can just pull down the notification bar. So these are options available. Since it has on-screen buttons, you can configure the navigation bar. Now there is one-handed UI. So we'll just again show you the one-handed UI. So if you just slide a finger across the virtual navigation button bar to left to right to lower, and reposition the screen to either side. So we'll just show you this option. We'll just swipe here, and you can reposition here. So this is the one-handed UI, and you can rearrange that. So if you just tap here, it will come back to the normal mode. So that's one-handed UI. If you feel the screen is quite big for your hand, so you can just use the one-handed mode. Then shifting keyboard, we already talked about this previously. Then we have this dual windows. So this is what we are talking about. So dual windows, you can do multitasking. You can run 2 windows at the same time. We'll just show you. Just press and hold the recent task list, and you can see 2 screen running. So we'll just show you this option. So let's open the videos in the top portion. So you can see we have opened the videos. Now we'll just open the browser here. So these two are different, and you can see both can be used at the same time. You can just see here, you can play this file, and you can just play this file, and also at the same time use the different windows. So you can see here, this is what we called as the dual windows. So this is very useful option if you want to multitask. So that's something really useful. and works really well. So you can add apps to the multitasking, and you can just drag select the apps from the list, and this will be running in two different screens. So that's the multitasking option. That's the multi-window, or rather dual window option. You can enable it from the recent task list, or you can enable it from this notification shortcuts. Now there is also a theme app here, so you can see here these are the theme app. You can download a lot of themes, you can customize it, you can choose between different themes, wallpapers, icons, a lot of things can be customized here. So this is the option. This was available in other Honor devices as well, so this comes in Honor 5X as well. Now there is another useful tool called Phone Manager. So Phone Manager has a lot of inbuilt tools. It can be a phone accelerator, so you can see here what all can be cleaned up in the background to accelerate the device. So that's the accelerator. Then we have storage cleaner, we have harassment filter, that's the call blocker, power saving mode, traffic manager is you can set the monthly limit for your data traffic. Then you have do not disturb, drop zone management, and app lock. So these are some of the options available in the phone manager, so they are quite handy and they're useful. So those were the tips and tricks you can do on the Honor 5X. So hope you liked this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to YouTube channel for more videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.